What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another week of totally inappropriate team sports. Or tits, if you like that better. I know I do. I am Cheeseman, joined along with, as always, by...
Sudafed.
And Matty Icing.
All right, so the birthday week is over. Who had the best birthday?
I went just outside of Springfield, Ohio, so it might be me with all the cats and dogs and Haitians.
I deliberately had as quiet a day as possible.
Stayed away from the Haitians, is what you're saying.
Stayed away from anyone with a pulse.
Anyone with African descent.
No, just a pulse.
Say, broke out his dead girlfriend. He's got tied up in the closet.
Went to the gym, went to a Mexican restaurant, got blackout drunk. It was a pretty fun night.
Oh, yeah. Smart wins. I went to Ohio for Matt's birthday, too. Weird. Didn't have to dodge any Haitians, though.
My leg is fucking killing me today. I know it's self-inflicted and I love the results, but still.
He's talking about his third leg. He ran out of lotion.
Nah. And after over a year off, I finally got back into ink therapy.
No, right.
Good shit. Yeah, the wife's got physical therapy in the morning. Her knees are shot for some reason. She's got tendonitis. So she's been having to do physical therapy twice a week for the past, probably like a month now.
And I didn't mention this before we went on air, but tonight, could we start with some NHL breaking news that came out in the last hour?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything of it, so you go ahead and break that news.
Luke, did you kill Wayne Gretzky?
You already ran over Johnny Gaudreau. Oh, somebody was signed. I'm on my tiny ass phone screen, so that's all I can see. I can't see who'd the Wings pick up.
Lucas Raymond, 8 years.
Signed into an extension.
8 years worth.
Damn. Well, unless we trade him, he ain't going nowhere. He said only got 8.
8 years for $8 million.
8 million per, I hope. He's worth a lot more than $1 million a year.
Yeah, 8 per. Or to be more precise, 8,075,000.
It's making about as much as the Lions' backup quarterback.
Right. Yeah, you don't make good money in the NHL. Yeah. You just get run over by drunk motherfuckers.
Yeah, I thought it appropriate to start with that, considering 75% of us are Wings fans.
Yep. And 25% of us are sad.
They re-signed some guy. Last name started with a G.
Oh shit, some guy? Yeah, a guy usually starts with a G. I think it's pronounced Guy. It's probably French. Some Guy.
I was unaware that the NHL had expanded to China.
He's Chinese and French. He's French-Chinese.
Ooh.
Weird. I thought there was French Canadians that usually played in the NHL.
Holy shit, that would actually be pretty
with
awesome.
Chinaman tits.
Because like you have like a French Chinaman player. I gotta stop referring to as
Chinaman. This is where Smart should have control of the drops.
That'd be pretty cool though. If they got like they were like you had a Chinese player, like a fight broke out.
My connection going to shit already.
Did a spinning heel kick. That'd be fucking awesome. Just squared up and just fucking nerve holded somebody.
Your mic's fine. It was your camera that was spazzing for a second.
No, okay. Well, like you guys froze up and Smark was breaking up real bad, so I think it was my connection was still shit, kind of. But it's fine. I hear you good now. It's stupid. I can walk outside and still pick up my Wi-Fi signal fine. I go into the back bedroom and it's like, it's spotty. All right, well, fuck. I guess let's just dive right into this NFL shit. Another fun week. NFL's gonna be fucking weird again this year. Let's just run down the games from last week. Well, the first game we had the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 1.5. Dolphins got their ass beat. And no, it's not because Tua got a concussion again, because they were already getting their ass beat plenty well enough before that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the score was 31-10 when he went down.
Yep. And I seen something yesterday saying that Tua has no plans on retiring still. It's like, you dumb fuck.
Wait, doesn't have any plans at the moment. He can't think of anything.
Right.
I was just going to say, how long until someone in the Dolphins organization sits him down and is like, you're being a fucking idiot. Think of your long-term health.
0%.
Now, if we follow professional wrestling logic, does that mean that Tua is allowed like 1 to 2 more concussions than your average quarterback because his head's thicker?
Yeah. The helmet was gimmicked.
Mm-hmm. Oh my!
What's up, True North?
The Eagles just
he's got some stray cats in his backyard if anybody needs a snack. No, we just make Chinaman jokes, not the Chinaman cuisine.
The Eagles.
Although it's been a while since I've had some Chinese food.
Oh,
sorry, what did the Eagles just do?
Oh, no, I thought he picked off the Falcons. Like, he just ripped the ball out of the Falcons receiver's hand, but I thought it was a pick, but he dropped it. Loser. It would have been an awesome pick, but instead it's just a drop.
That happened twice in the Lions game. Fucking bum. So, yeah, I mean, unless I think it's like 3 or 4 doctors tell Tua that he needs to retire, then Miami doesn't have to, or Miami would have to pay him if he just decided to retire. But if he doesn't get those 3 or 4 doctors that suggest retiring, then they don't have to pay him. So I wouldn't be surprised if like the doctors don't recommend it, and then Miami's like, yeah, maybe you should just retire, and then we don't have to pay you, and you don't have to die in our field and give us PR nightmares.
There's enough doctors out there. You could definitely get the 4 to say, yeah, you probably shouldn't play anymore. It wouldn't be hard.
Tua is just unresponsive on the field. There's also they cut the whopper, triple whopper. No.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh. What life insurance company do you think would be willing to sponsor them?
All right. I had to take my phone off of the lean that it was on because my phone was breaking up bad again. Matt was auto-tuned as fuck on that. Uh-oh.
Like,
what were you saying ooh to, Smirk?
Well, first off, I was wondering like what insurance company would be like willing to like give him the life insurance sponsorship. Like he goes down in the middle of fucking goes down in the second quarter and like Flo just like walks onto the field and just zips up a body bag.
You know what? Bear with me for just a second. You guys go ahead and keep bullshitting.
All right, everybody, be quiet. This we call this good audio.
No, damn it! Don't be quiet.
Yes. ASMR this shit.
Very good, very good, very good. Yes. Like I didn't actually even have to give that instruction. Everybody just instinctively knew to lay out.
Right. So I don't know why I keep fucking talking. All right. I had to shift because my fucking phone was breaking up real bad again. So I'm like, maybe if I point the phone at the door that the Wi-Fi is on the other side of, it'll work better. Piece of shit. True North says, if I can't bring an AK-47 and a scope, then I don't want to play at your golf course. Dude, why can't anybody hit that motherfucker? His head is huge. It's huge.
Huge. Freaking unbelievable huge.
He's obviously got the Empire after him. I keep sending stormtroopers after his ass. Motherfuckers can't hit nothing. Come on, Democrats. Pick a good sniper. Sharpshooter. Whatever you want to call him. All right. So, yeah, the first game, Buffalo and Miami. Matt went alone with Miami. Matt's already in the hole. Speaking of in the hole.
See, what's up, Craig? Actually, it creates an interesting paradox. Because if you manage to land a shot that actually hits, you prove yourself to be pro-gun, and then you're kicked out of the party.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that knows how to shoot a gun wants to vote for Trump. God damn it.
Maybe he can go visit high school or something.
Yeah. I pretty much made the decision over the past couple of weeks. I'm just homeschooling my daughter when she gets older. So many of these fucking school shootings. All right. Anyway, next game. We had San Francisco giving up 5.5 to Minnesota. We all took San Francisco. Oops. We looked the devil in the eye and went against him with the devil's number, and it cost us because not only did San Francisco not cover, they didn't fucking win. What the hell's going on up in Minnesota?
And as you said before the show, the league's going to be a weird one this year.
Yeah, again.
My point has been
already
did have CMC. Did have CMC. He sucked, and now he doesn't have Debo. They're done.
Yep. And yeah, CMC's on the injured reserve. They said he'll be gone for the next 4 weeks, I think.
And I think they just said Debo might be out to 6 weeks.
Because fucking drafting CMC second overall in fantasy went really fucking well.
That's it.
I work with a kid, and he was going on and on about the fantasy draft, and I was like, don't take CMC in the first round. And what did he do? He took CMC in the first round. It's like, the motherfucker's injury prone as shit. Like, last year was like the only healthy season he had.
Yeah, he's due.
And now he's crying about it. So, well, dude, I fucking told you. See, True North says, Bears have a good defense and the offense. Quarterback sucks. Where have I heard this before? Also, take off those Home Depot uniform Bears. Yes, those uniforms. Oh, I didn't mind the uniforms. It's the fucking helmets that bothered me.
Yeah.
Imagine your team playing in a division with Sam Darnold and Malik Willis as their starting quarterbacks and still having the worst quarterback in the division.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
Imagine playing in a division where Sam Darnold is the best quarterback in the division. Just leave it at that.
True.
More on that later. Next game, we had the Jets giving up 4, taking on Tennessee. I mean, it kind of looked like Tennessee was going to cover this fucking spread until they didn't because Mayo Man decided to throw up another ridiculous pass. He showed some signs of, doing good, and then he was like, no, let me fuck all that goodwill up real quick. His coach is going to fucking kill him. I don't even know who's coaching Tennessee now, but I'm sure he's not happy.
It's not Vrabel anymore. I know that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They got rid of Vrabel, so I don't know who they got.
That's working out well for him, huh?
Yeah. Smart decision. So me and Matt took the Jets. Smark and Luke took Tennessee. So me and Matt pick up the point. Congrats, Matt. You got your first point this week.
Yay!
Next game, we had New Orleans. Oh, go ahead.
Brian Callahan is the head coach.
Oh.
Exactly.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Oh, that's right. He was the offensive coordinator for the Cincy last year.
Yeah, because Cincinnati did so great last year. It was a great pickup.
I mean, Burrow
Cincinnati's doing so great this year. Yeah. Well, Burrow ain't dead this year. I mean, he is, but he isn't.
His hair is.
Yeah. No, it's died. Next, New Orleans taking on Dallas. Dallas favored by 6.5. I loved this game. New Orleans beat the shit out of Dallas. What happened to Dallas's defense?
America loved this game.
Not only did they beat the shit out of them, they did so in scorigami fashion.
Another scorigami. That's 2 already this season in 2 weeks. How many scorigamis can possibly be left? I feel like there's been quite a few over the last couple of years. All these new rules and shit. Feel extra points. Fucking with the scores. Anyway, me and Luke took New Orleans. Smark and Matt took Dallas. Smark and Matt don't get shit. Speaking of don't get shit, Cleveland Browns take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. We all took the Jaguars. Oops. Cleveland somehow picks up a win, mostly because Jacksonville's incompetent. Cleveland picks up their first win of the year. Deshaun Watson picks up his second charge of the decade. I don't know what's Cleveland. He's just doing Cleveland a favor now because they're like, man, we don't really want to bench him. We have to pay him. And it's like, oh, he's going to get suspended again, probably. All right. Thank you.
Awesome.
Next game, Los Angeles Chargers favored by 5.5 over Carolina. Matt went with Carolina. Matt didn't want to look the devil in the eye on this one, but the rest of us did, and it paid off.
And speaking of Carolina, it was announced earlier today that Bryce Young fucking benched.
Yep. 2 games into his second season. Yeah. Andy Dalton takes the starting position. The dude always seems to luck into a starting spot.
At what point do we start to seriously make the Jamarcus Russell comparison with Bryce Young?
Well, he hasn't gotten fat, so he's more like the Ryan Leaf, Tim Couch area right now. Jamarcus Russell was terrible, and he just got in terrible shape.
He also, though, he went to one of the worst locations you could go. The owner's terrible. The head coach is terrible. Coordinators are terrible.
Maybe that's an idea, though. I don't think it technically counts as a performance-enhancing drug. Let's give fucking Bryce Young 1 more week. We send him out there just completely on lean. Just see what happens.
I thought you were going to say just send him out there with a fucking bag full of quarter-pounders.
That could also work. It worked for fucking Roethlisberger.
Yeah, started getting away with rape.
Well, whatever.
All right. Next game, Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens favored by 8.5. Man, I didn't take Baltimore because I was like 8.5 is kind of a lot to cover, and they didn't play well against Kansas City. And Luke agreed with me, and Matt agreed with me. Smart didn't though. Smart took Baltimore, so Smart don't get shit because Baltimore didn't cover. Baltimore didn't win.
Gardner Minshew the third.
Man, what the fuck? I picked this team to win the division.
Because I will go ahead and be honest and say that I had my fucking hand in the cookie jar. That's not the first time I've had to admit that. But I waited and I listened, and everyone else took the Raiders. And I was like, well, shit, Baltimore by myself? Of course, let's do it.
Oops. True North says put him on the Eddie Lacy diet. Luke will get the reference. I get that reference, too.
We all get that reference. I love making fun of Eddie Lacy.
Yeah, so we're all NFC North fans here, so we all get that. Maybe not Matt. That might be a little bit too far back for Matt.
Oh, I remember that chunky guy.
Mm-hmm. He was Zeke before Zeke.
The OG Zeke. The OG steak. Next game, Seattle giving up 3 as they take on the New England Patriots. And New England, I thought, had this game in the bag, and somehow they still managed to fuck around and lose it. But they lost it by exactly 3 points, which is what the spread was. So this game's a wash. Nobody gets any points.
I didn't lose.
Yep. Matt didn't lose. None of us lost. Smart went alone with Seattle. They almost got the point, but nobody gets the point in the end. God, New England's better than I thought they would be. Seattle, they're about what I thought they would be. They are who we thought they were. Speaking of they are who we thought they were. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, didn't New England basically accomplish that feat just by winning 1 game this year? It's like, oh, they were better than we thought they were going to be.
Right. I had questioned whether or not they would get a win, and they got that win, and then they almost picked up another one in week 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they play the Giants, so they'll get a win there.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. God, that team sucks. All right, Tampa Bay taking on the Detroit Lions. Lions favored by 6.5. Those fucking losers. I mean, they weren't going to cover the spread anyway, but Jesus fucking Christ. This game was fucking embarrassing. Man, I should have sent the fucking clip over to Luke with like the 10 different cuts of the coach saying fucking embarrassing. I had him use all of them for this one. Yeah. I'm back to like, man, what the fuck are you doing, Detroit? I kind of can't stand the Lions at the moment. Boy, did they piss me off real good. They were supposed to spike the ball to stop the clock going into the half so they could bring on the field goal unit, and they decided to bring the field goal unit onto the field while they were snapping the ball to spike it. 12 men on the field, run off the clock, no field goal. Had they got that field goal, then they could have at least kicked a field goal at the end of the game to tie it and send it to overtime to possibly win like they did against the Rams. The fact that it was going to need overtime to beat the fucking Buccaneers is already ridiculous. But the offense played like ass. It's not that they played like ass. They played like ass when it counted the fucking most. They did not run the fucking ball at all. Jared Goff had 55 fucking passing attempts and only completed like 24 of them or some shit. Vita Vea was injured. There was nobody left on the defensive line, and we still did not run the fucking ball.
I never thought I'd be saying this, but keep up the good work, Ben Johnson.
That was awful fucking play calling. The coaching was fucking terrible. Jared Goff was fucking terrible. He had 2 interceptions that easily should have been 4 because Tampa Bay just dropped 2 of them straight up.
I would say one of those definitely wasn't Jared Goff's fault. I mean, Jameis was going to cut across the field, and the Tampa Bay dude just completely grabbed him and like shoved him almost to the ground, and the ref was looking at the scoreboard or something.
Excuses.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, it's one of those ones where you see he's about to cut and you go to throw where he's going, and then the defender stops him in his tracks, and you're just waiting for that flag to get thrown. The other one, though, that was terrible.
There is one other example of clear ref ball later on, though.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. But yeah, we'll get to it. So yeah, Detroit doesn't cover the spread. Detroit doesn't win. Me and Matt take the loss. That's what we get for being homers, I guess. Luke and Smart pick up the point with Tampa Bay. Speaking of embarrassing, New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. Commanders favored by 2.5. We all took Washington. We all pick up the win. Washington was only able to win by 3, and this game was close with horrible fucking scores.
The Giants are the first team in NFL history to lose a game where they scored 3 touchdowns, didn't give up a touchdown, and still lost in regulation. It's only happened twice, and the other was okay.
Well, the Giants, too, had a competent coaching staff. they would be like, "Oh, our kicker's not feeling well. He pulled his groin. Maybe let's bring in another kicker." Instead, they said he'll be all right, and then he hurt himself, and they played the game without a kicker.
Smart. Well done.
And they lost because they didn't have a kicker to kick a field goal. I mean, come on, couldn't they pick up Ndamukong Suh for that?
Well, I mean, we lost because we don't know when to send the kicker on the field. Oh, and no, we already left that game behind, but I'm bringing it up anyway. Dan Campbell needs to knock it the fuck off. I know it worked out, but how the fuck do you go for it on 4th down from your own 12-yard line? That would have just ended the game right there. If they didn't pick up that 1st down, fucking game was over early.
Because they never expected it. They've been setting that up since the Rams game, though.
Awful. I don't care if it worked. That's fucking awful play calling. And then proceed to fucking just throw the ball over and over. Fuck. Anyway, moving on.
There's a clear difference between gutsy and stupid.
Yeah. What the fuck happened to Sam Laporta, too? This dude was awesome, and then, he's been MIA for 2 fucking weeks.
They've been making him block the whole time.
Brock Wright had a better chance of scoring a touchdown yesterday.
And why do you think I selected Brock Wright instead of Sam Laporta last week?
Sam Laporta, like I said, he was so fucking good last year for us, and now he's not even there. True North says Dan Campbell cost the Lions the game. What? I'm shocked. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I don't even know who the fuck made that decision to send the fucking kicking unit onto the field while they were supposed to spike the ball. I don't think it was actually Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm yeah, he's still just terrible play calling. Him and Ben Johnson both fucking need to be shot. And actually hit, unlike Trump. Next game, Indianapolis giving up 3.5 as they traveled to Green Bay. Smart went along with Green Bay, even though it probably really hurt him. And somehow Green Bay and Malik Willis pick up the win. Indianapolis was trash this year. Thought they were going to be good. Fucking garbage.
It's this thing called absolutely fucking no rush defense.
And a fucking terrible ass quarterback.
And I'm pretty sure we put up 200 rushing yards on them in the first half alone.
Yeah, they're really bad.
So what you're telling me is that Swift could get a chance to have 42 yards next week.
Yeah, 42 seems doable. But that's only because he's going to get injured after his 5th carry.
No, I already told Mark after that big hit Swift took in the Bears game, he'll be scared now to run the ball. He does well up until that happens.
That almost looked like it was intentional, too. It's all right, if you can't get more than 2 yards per carry, we're going to fucking get you injured.
That way we don't look bad for pulling you.
Who is your right guard? Smart.
Greatness.
I mean, I know who's wearing the jersey, but we've been trying to answer that question for 3 years now, friend.
That dude is the laziest motherfucker I've seen since Albert Ainsworth.
That would actually probably be a starch improvement.
Just a starch.
If you just stand Albert Ainsworth up after every hike, you'll be all right. Get him out there, get Russell out there.
There you go. Next game, Los Angeles Rams give it 1.5 as they traveled to Arizona. Me and Smart took the Rams. Oops. Rams are trash too this year. Made the Lions week 1 win look even fucking worse because Arizona beat that ass. Marvin Harrison Jr. had his big coming out party. Motherfucker was on fire.
The Rams used everything that they had week 1, and then they lost, and they were emotionally damaged, and we're going to lose that game.
Oh, let me get here. Bears fans watching the Eagles O-line tonight. Motherfucker. Yep, seems accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad the Eagles' defense hasn't been so great. Well, they weren't great in week 1. This is only week 2, so we'll see if they turn it around. But Rams suck. Arizona picks up the win. So do Matt and Luke. Next, we had Cincinnati taking on Kansas City. Kansas City favored by 5.5. I wasn't willing to look the devil in the eye, especially with the devil live in the stadium. And neither was Luke. We took Cincinnati, and even though Cincinnati does pick up the win, we do because they picked up the cup. The referees helped Kansas City along as they usually do. At first,
never in a million fucking years is that DPI.
are you talking about that final flag on the fourth down?
Yeah.
At first, my first initial thought was, okay, yeah, the fucking refs were like, oh, don't worry, Patrick, we'll save you. But then I seen the replay, and I was like, yeah, that's fucking, he hit him way before the ball got there. That was pass interference, in my opinion.
If the defender had the right to go for the ball also. I know that's not how the current rule set is. Fuck defenders, but still bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I wasn't happy about it just because I didn't want to see Kansas City win. But Joe Burrow is 0-2, and so is Cincinnati for the third year in a row, I think it is. 0-2 to open up the year. They better turn some shit around. Next, we had the Pittsburgh Steelers giving up 2.5 as they travel to Denver to take on Bo Picks and the Broncos. For some reason, all three of you took Denver, and I went along with Pittsburgh, so win for me.
In his post-game press conference, though, Bo Nix had one of the funniest responses to a question I've seen in a long time.
I didn't catch it.
He was asked about the interception he threw in the end zone, and the reporter basically asked him to walk through what happened. And his answer was very simple. I dropped back, I threw it to the other team. Next.
Jared Goff in a Denver Broncos jersey. And the final game from last week, we had the Chicago Bears taking on the Houston Texans. Texans favored by 6.5. Boy, this game sucked. At least like the second half. First half was okay. Second half was fucking atrocious.
Come 5 minutes into the second half, I wasn't rooting for the Texans anymore. At this point, I was rooting for the fucking clock.
I got a little bit through it, and then I shut it off because like the wife was out there too, and like I couldn't justify making her watch it anymore. I'm like, yeah, this is trash. Like we'll just turn this off and turn on a movie. Which we watched Boy Kills World. That was pretty cool. It was a lot more enjoyable than watching the second half of that game. That's for goddamn sure.
First off, I am genuinely surprised that none of the Bears players on offense got injured because it seemed like somebody was going to get hurt for sure. Thing two, the fucking Texans cornerback getting up and punching a player that wasn't even on the field was fucking hilarious. What did he do to you? He was on the sideline the entire time.
I don't know how that didn't get a flag.
That's the most ridiculous shit because they're like, well, they can't call it New York if they don't call a flag on the field, then you can't penalize the player for fucking assaulting somebody. But you could do it with pretty much anything else. So fucking go figure.
Yeah, so it was questionable to put that hit on the quarterback when he was clearly heading out of bounds anyway. And then to get up and fucking punch somebody that had nothing to do with it. Like, what the fuck? There's still no flags flying? What the fuck is going on?
I'm guessing there's probably a suspension incoming.
I think the true irony in that was like, I think shortly before that, I said, well, no, it's going to be different this year because I think the NFL likes Caleb Williams. So we're going to get some bullshit penalties that are going to bail us out of the situation. And then he like attempted to like fucking just concuss him. and nothing happened. And then it's like, well, we're not. We'll see. But
I mean, he
then
was
the
still
other
in bounds, so Williams going to learn you can't just walk over there. This ain't the Pac-12 anymore, buddy.
The other funny thing was like they've already immediately just started like coaches are throwing the players under the bus and the players are throwing the coaches under the bus. It's week 2, so that's pretty great. It's like they're playing the fucking Colts next week. Like everybody calm down for what we got. But they asked Tevin Jenkins, like what, like why were you guys so terrible? Like they've asked every offensive lineman so far why they just completely shit the bed on national television, which is amazing. But they asked Tevin Jenkins, and he was like, look, we run the plays they could call. And he just stared straight forward. It's like, all right, fair enough. Coaching staff still sucks.
I'll tell you who
you ran the plays, but did you run them the way they were supposed to be ran? That's the question.
NFL might not love Caleb Williams, but Chris Collinsworth, he surely does love Caleb Williams. Everything he did. Oh, the spectacular. The way he threw that ball to him, it was perfectly placed. Nobody else in the league could do that.
He threw 2 interceptions, and they gave up like 7 sacks. And Chris Collinsworth's deduction was, well, they really could have used Keenan Allen. It's like, to do what? To play fucking right guard?
Well, one of Caleb Williams' interceptions, he's like, Chris Collinsworth was like, well, I mean, it was 3rd down, so technically it's like a punt. I mean, it's a short punt, but it's kind of like a punt, so it's not bad. Like, no. It was the interception at the 35, 40-yard line. What are you talking about?
He's fucking awful.
Right.
I hate him.
To score anyway. He's right. They weren't going to score anyway. So, I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah, but you could at least, like, made the defense almost get a safety or something.
That's true.
That man, there's no way he can talk today. His throat has to hurt.
I'm not saying this to shit talk. I genuinely cannot remember. Did you get shut out in the second half?
No, I think there was a field goal.
Yeah, they got a field goal because it was a 9-point game, and then they went to 6.
I was like, at halftime, I went to the shower, and I was like just listening on the speaker, and they were talking like, fucking Eberflus said immediately, he was like, well, the good thing about having the ball at the end to start the second half is that we're going to score a touchdown. Opening drive, I was like, "There's no fucking way." And then
that quote is exactly why I asked that question.
I literally out loud just said "sure" and then finished up taking a shower.
I shut off the light and showered in the dark in shame.
So do I, True North. So do I.
He said Packers center Josh Meyer puked on the ball on a 3rd down. And he says, to be frank, I want to puke every time Josh tries to run block. Yep. I'm not familiar enough with him to care enough to puke. But
Because
it ain't my team.
Shit. He is fucking shit.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, the Texans were shit too. They won by 6. The spread was 6.5. So me and Luke don't get shit. Smark and Matt pick up the point. Bringing this week's totals, Matt 5-9 at the bottom.
That's better than I thought.
Not a great week. Smark 1 game better than him at 6-8. Me and Luke tie at the top this week at 8-6.
Above 500.
So, yep. I'm fine with that, considering how poorly I did the first week. So now, overall standings. Matt and Smark at the bottom at 11-15. I'm in second now at 12-14. Yay! Luke at the top at 15-11. Son of a bitch. The team scores right now. I'm at 2 out of a possible fucking 8. I drafted poorly. Matt at 3. He didn't draft much better, although he could still pick up a win with Philadelphia tonight. Smark has 4 points. Luke knew what he was doing when he drafted his teams. He has 8 out of a possible 8 points. All his teams are undefeated. Lucky bastard. On the other side, the NCAA, Luke and Matt at the bottom at 5 points. That's right, Luke. You're at the top of the NFL, but you're at the bottom in the NCAA. And to be fair, we weren't drafting teams; we were drafting helmets. So I can't even brag. Smark, 8 points. He's only 1 point behind me because I'm at the top with 9. And I only had 2 wins this week. So let's get in to the next week. Fuck it, since we're just talking college, I got some college games on here. So let's rock these out first. This should be fun because we're not as informed with college as we are the NFL. And some of these spreads are fucking ridiculous. But I tried to keep these into Big Ten games and the teams that we had drafted, at least the helmets. So some of these are going to be all over the place. First game. This isn't one of our teams, but me and Matt love to fucking hate them. We got the number 11 USC Trojans giving up 6.5 as they travel to Ann Arbor to take on the number 18 Michigan Wolverines.
Wait. Did you say USC is giving up points? That can't be right.
Right, I know. Michigan not favored in Ann Arbor?
Jesus
That's crazy.
Goes to Michigan with the disciples.
Well, I mean, I thought Jesus left the Wolverines to go coach at Los Angeles.
That was one Holy Spirit. There's a new Holy Spirit. That's like the Old Testament. We're in the new one now.
Yeah.
You know the Bible was written at the 50-yard line?
In Ann Arbor at the big house.
That's like most.
Man against nature, doing battle with.
Boo! All right.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
I forgot we used to have that one for Harbaugh in Michigan.
Works for Georgia now.
Yep.
Can we just take away the driver's license of anyone who's ever been a Georgia Bulldog?
This is where Uber, right here, NIL, Uber deals, left and right.
Actually, as somebody who lives only about an hour or so outside of Georgia, can you just remove the licenses from anybody in Georgia permanently, period? It's not much better.
I'm sure. It's hard to drive when you're fucking holding your beer in one hand and hitting your woman with the other.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, if they have a pickup truck and blacked out windows and a Georgia license plate, just fucking pull off to the side and do whatever it is you believe in.
Yeah. Avoid them like a fucking truck with logs tied to the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, Matty Icing, start us off.
Oh, I mean, surprise, surprise, I'm going USC. USC looks good, and I don't know if you guys saw, but Michigan, they're making a quarterback change. They're going to get all orgied up now.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was. That's what the problem was.
At least they finally figured out what the fuck they want to do for starting quarterback, ahead of the game. Instead of let's flip a coin once the game starts, and then we'll try whoever wins the coin toss out there. But, yeah, Michigan only won by, fucking 10 or some shit last week to Arkansas State or something? They were favored by a lot more than that, so fucking terrible. Anyway, Luke Birch.
USC is a good team, especially after their bum declared for the NFL draft. Michigan have basically lost their head coach and half of their fucking roster. They are shit now. Give me USC.
All right, Smark Wahlberg.
I will also be taking USC.
What the fuck have you done to your finger?
Caleb Williams it.
Banned puppies. I've been bitten everywhere a man can be bitten.
Don't show us the other band-aids.
Been bitten in the balls, ass, and face.
I don't know how we got to the taint, but oh boy.
All right, well, our first ever college pick is a unanimous one. We're all taking USC. Fuck Michigan. Next game, we got my NC State Wolfpack traveling to Clemson to take on the number 21 Orange. Clemson favored by 15.5.
Oh.
See, like I said, we go into college, you start getting some crazy fucking spreads in there. Now, I know NC State isn't like some fucking world beater, but I want to say Clemson's nothing like super special either. They're number 21. They didn't start the year ranked. They've been a little bit surprising this year, but I don't think they're going to cover the spread, is what I'm getting at. What do you think, Matt?
Before I get to that, a Falcons player just punched the Eagles player in the face right in front of the ref as the ref was looking at him.
Smart.
You'd love to see it.
No flag.
This is hard because I
was
want
fucking
to say...
Roshan Johnson again. He got decked by another player. Oh, I didn't point out that being funny too. Like he waited until the next morning to be like, "Man, I'll fuck that guy up if he ever tries that again." It's like, will you?
Yeah. Back to college. I want to pick Clemson because I was like, oh, they kept it close to Georgia, but I don't know if you guys saw Georgia escaped out of Kentucky barely. But
I usually did watch the game.
Yeah.
Well, give me Clemson. It's at Clemson. I'll take the points.
All right. Luke Birch.
I mean, I'm not sure if you heard, but you've got to be a damn good team if you're ever able to beat Michigan. And Clemson absolutely blew the fucking brakes off Appalachian State. So I will take Clemson.
App State also, and that was like a fucking decade ago. They lost yesterday to, not yesterday, but Saturday. They lost to one of my teams. I can't remember which one. It wasn't TCU. TCU lost by one at the fucking after having a giant lead. Bitches. Oh well, it doesn't matter.
That would be East Carolina.
Yeah, East Carolina. That's right. I was scared for East Carolina when I seen they were playing App State. God damn it. But they won. Anyway, Smart, who you like in this one?
Let's see. NC State lost 51-10 to Tennessee, so I'm going to go Clemson.
It's a damn good point.
You're going to have PTSD seeing all that orange.
Could be.
All right. Well, as I said earlier, I don't really think they'll cover. I don't know why. Just got this feeling. Maybe it's because it's my team and I want them to win or at least keep it close. Give me NC State. I'll go alone. Fuck it. First loner pick in the NCAA. Next game, we got the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Boston College Eagles. Eagles favored by 6.5. Mandy icing.
Yeah. Michigan State just lost their backup right guard because they already lost their starting right guard. And this is the Boston, red handkerchief game, so I'm going to take Boston.
All right. Yeah, cousin from Boston. Luke Birch.
I'm going to use Smark's pain to teach me on this pick. I don't want my dog biting me, so give me Michigan State.
All right. Smark Wahlberg.
I feel like that's profiling. Give me Michigan State.
I want to take Michigan State. They've looked good so far this year. I mean, the first game they didn't look great, but luckily they played against a nobody team. They're 3-0. I don't think they were supposed to win more than 4 games this season. Seems like a winnable game. I feel like they probably end up fucking losing, but I like them to hang around and cover the 6.5 at least. So yeah, give me Michigan State. Matty icing on his own with your cousin from Boston.
I'll take it because in the red bandana game, they play for that game. That's the circled game.
Do they play against the blue bandanas? There's some Bloods vs. Crips shit going on in Boston. We know how gangster they are in Boston.
Well, I know it's supposed to be on 9/11 a guy from there put a red bandana over his face so he could go in the towers and like go through the smoke and like rescue a whole bunch of people before he died in the towers. So that's what this game is supposed to be, and that's why like they go all out for it.
Okay. All right, next game we got Luke's University of Louisiana. What's the M stand for again? No, it's not Madison. Monroe. That's it. The other president. Anyway, they traveled to Texas to take on the number 1 Texas Longhorns. Longhorns favored by 45. Luke, we'll let you start this one off. Who are you taking?
Fucking hell, that is one hell of a spread. I mean, I know UL Monroe are undefeated on the season. I don't fucking care. You're facing fucking Texas. You're getting your shit pushed in. Give me Texas.
All right, Matty Icing.
Yeah, usually like those kind of games, like, they'll probably sit some of the starters, but the backups are even good, so give me Texas.
Yeah, their backup quarterback is Arch Manning, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Which, Quinn Ewers got injured, and Manning actually had to come in the last game and immediately threw a touchdown pass.
I've already seen Giants fans online calling to tank the next 3 years to get Arch Manning.
That'd be funny. He ends up in the fucking with the Giants. Okay, yeah, Eli used to play here. Now we got Arch.
Pulls the Eli. I won't play for this team.
Right. Smart Wahlberg.
What did you say the spread was again?
45.
Okay, so I was prepared to not pick Texas because 45 is an astronomically high number. But I'm actually looking at the Texas schedule here. In their first game, they won by 52. In the second game, they won by 49. So fuck it, give me Texas.
Who did they play in the second game that they won so much by?
Well, they played Michigan the second game. They didn't win by 49. That was UTSA.
University of Texas San Antonio.
And they beat Colorado State 52-0. So go ahead and give me Texas.
They put a fucking beating on Michigan, too, is what Matt was trying to get at.
Oh, yes, I know.
And, yeah, I'm staring down the barrel of a 45 myself. Give me Texas.
Where alcohol comes with a gun.
Yeah. Texas state law. All right, next, we got James Madison traveling to North Carolina to take on Smark's UNC Tar Heels. UNC favored by 10.5. Matty Icing.
This is a tough one. I think James Madison's actually decent at football.
I always thought of them as a basketball school myself.
It's weird, but they're like becoming kind of good. They're like popping up. You know what? I'm gonna be different. Give me James Madison. Maybe they'll keep it within like a field goal or 1 touchdown.
All right, Luke Birch.
It'll be a cold day in hell before you see me trust James Madison. Give me the Tar Heels.
I mean, this was the NCAA tournament, March Madness. You might see me pick James Madison.
Over UNC.
Smart. I don't know, maybe. I mean, there's lots of upsets in the tournament. Smart, who you like in this one?
See, James Madison 2-0, UNC 3-0. I'm going to go with UNC keeping the tradition of exceptional quarterback play alive and winning.
Smark's got his team. And I'm going to join you guys. Give me UNC as well. Matty Icing on his own for the second time.
Now that I'm looking at the roster page of UNC, their quarterback this year looks a bit different than their normal quarterback.
UNC is more known for putting out tight ends these days.
Just know UNC beat Charlotte by only 18, while James Madison beat Charlotte by 23.
See, 38-20 over Charlotte. But they won 45-10 over NC Central. I mean, that's something, right?
James Madison 30, Charlotte 7.
This page is taking a long time to load. Eagles of North Central.
How come so many teams are called the Eagles and the fucking Wildcats and shit? It's like the most overused fucking shit in college.
Their logo very much looks like a fucking generic design that like a creative team when Mad used to have creative teams.
I remember that.
I think the most used mascot is the Bulldogs.
I think my favorite creative team was in Blitz the League. I made a team in Cleveland and gave them shit brown uniforms and called them the Cleveland Steamers.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what the logo was, though. I think it was a train. That's right. Steam engine. The Cleveland Steamers. Did you get it?
No.
Next game, we got the Tulane Green Wave giving up 3 as they travel to Louisiana to take on Louisiana. Not Louisiana State, just Louisiana. The Raging Cajuns. Matty Icing, start us off.
I'm going to ride the wave, baby.
All right, Luke Birch.
I'll actually go with Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana.
All right, Mark Wahlberg.
I'm trying to figure out what Louisiana's record is. It's taking a long time to load. 2-0. Give me Louisiana.
All right, we have
most research I'm doing out of any of the fucking sports we ever picked.
It's fine. To be fair, we don't know, like I said, we don't really know shit about the NCAA. We don't really have track of it ever.
Smart. To be fair, your UFC research was impeccable.
Yeah, you did do really good UFC research. Who's more foreign or hotter?
And ended up tying Wiz that year. So like pure racism versus knowledge of the sport is kind of parallel.
Racism/sexism.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blend of both. You're a double threat guy.
Which I mean, it was sexism based on which race I found more attractive. So it was still ultimately like steeped in racism.
You get those sexy ass Brazilians like Mackenzie Dern.
100% authentic.
All right, well, that's our first split decision because I took Tulane with Matt. Riding that wave. The angry ass wave on the helmet. All right, next we got the Ohio Bobcats traveling over to Kentucky to take on the University of Kentucky Wildcats. Bobcats versus Wildcats. Wildcats favored by 18. This is Matty Icing's team, and I get the feeling Matty Icing's going to pick them.
I mean, they kept it close with Georgia. Ohio, I hate Ohio, so give me the Wildcats.
Goddamn cats.
Just going to eat them all.
Chinese for everybody. Let's open a buffet. Luke Birch.
Yeah, I will take the one of the far too fucking many Wildcats. Come up with some original fucking team names.
They're incapable. All right, Mark Wahlberg.
So Ohio beat Morgan State, and I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes trying to figure out where Morgan State is on the map. That being said, give me Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where the hell Morgan State would be too. At least, like, even state-wise. Wait, you say Moorhead or Morgan?
Morgan. The Morgan State Bears. We've all heard of them. That's not a team that ESPN made up.
Probably somewhere like, I'm guessing Virginia.
And according to the impeccable source that is Wikipedia, That's located in Baltimore.
Virginia's close to Baltimore.
Maryland, okay. Yeah, I don't like Maryland. Give me Kentucky.
I will say, though,
I don't like Ohio either. I don't really like Kentucky.
Be careful of these MAC schools, because you had last week NIU knocking off Notre Dame, and then this previous weekend, Toledo knocked off Mississippi State in like 41-7.
Jesus.
This could be the next one.
Well, let's stick to that fucking MAC conference. We got Luke's Ball State Cardinals taking on the Central Michigan University Chippewas.
Give me Central.
Central favored by 6. Sticking with Central?
Yeah, Ball State's always ass.
Yeah. Give me Central.
All right, Smart Wahlberg.
I'm going to go with Central just based on the fact that I'm impressed that they're still allowed to use that team name.
You can get away with it in college, apparently.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Go Illini.
All right, well, we're unanimous again because I'm also going to take CMU. Fire up Chips. Next, we got Smarks. Arizona State Sun Devils. I don't know why I blanked for a second. Taking on the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Texas Tech favored by 3. Matty Icing. He's either thinking really hard or muted his mic.
He's not muted.
I would take
Texas. Passed out.
I don't know. I was on a different website, like looking it up, and it just shut off my mic, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Texas Tech.
All right, Luke Birch.
This has wash written all over it. So just give me whichever team isn't smart.
All right, it's Texas Tech for Luke. Spark.
In fact, it's Texas Tech. They're riding the waves of a 66-21 victory over North Texas. Albertine Christian. Good for them.
I think North Texas is another Eagles team.
It sure looks like it. It's green and the logo has wings, so that would be my guess. Anyways, give me Arizona. They beat Wyoming, Mississippi State, and Texas State, which is probably also another fucking Eagle.
Probably. All right.
No, it's a Bobcat. There you go. Cool, Bobcat.
Oh, another Bobcat.
One of them should just use it. Their logo should just actually be a picture of fucking comedian Bobcat.
That would be great. I would pick them based off that.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine having like Bobcat. I know it's football and not baseball, but imagine having him come out and just like sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Okay, so here's the thing that's weird. North Texas is the mean green. It is clearly a bird, on the logo, but is technically not an eagle because it's just mean green. So it's sort of an ambiguous looking avian creature.
Yeah, I'm pissed at myself for not remembering that now that you say it. Like, oh, fuck yeah, I knew they were the mean green. I completely drew it. Go mean green. There was a kids movie about a soccer team called The Mean Green. I think their fucking mascot was a goat. All right. The split decision, I'm going to take Arizona State in this one as well. So we got me and Smart taking Arizona State, Matt and Luke with Texas Tech. Which brings us to the final game of the week. We got the TCU gold. God damn it. They're silver anyways. I don't know why I say gold. Horned Frogs of TCU taking on the SMU Mustangs. SMU favored by 2.5. This is by far I shouldn't say by far, but definitely the smallest spread we have in any of these games. Matty Icing, start us off.
I'll take the Horned Frogs.
Luke Birch.
I hate both of these teams. I hate SMU slightly more, so give me TCU.
It's funny, SMU used to be the shit back in the day, and then they got the death penalty because they were cheaters.
I know another.
Funny how that doesn't happen anymore. Smart Wahlberg.
How is it, just off topic, that SMU gets the death penalty for recruiting violations, but Penn State doesn't get the death penalty for hiring known pedophiles?
And then violating the recruiters. Or violating the recruits.
Oh my. Anywho, so I'm looking at the SMU record. They beat the Houston Christian Huskies, right? 59-7. And this is great because the Houston Christian logo looks exactly just like copyright infringement of fucking UConn, which is pretty cool. That being said, give me TCU.
I'll be damned. We're all going unanimous with the underdog in this. Of course I'm picking TCU. I love TCU. They're a very, very close second to Michigan State. I mean, I go with Michigan State because it's my home team. I mean, I guess technically, like, Michigan should be more my home team because I'm a lot fucking closer to Ann Arbor than I am Lansing. But love the Spartans. TCU, very close second.
Someone clip that.
Well, I can admit that I'm closer to Ann Arbor than I am to Michigan or to Lansing. Hell, technically, the hospital I was born in is in Ann Arbor. I don't know how. I swear it used to be Ipsy, and then they just changed the borders, and I was like, now it's Ann Arbor. Okay.
Here we go. We'll take that.
Eastern Michigan is in Ypsilanti. It's literally a fucking golf drive away from the hospital I was born in. I could drive a fucking golf ball off the building, off the hospital, into Eastern Michigan's fucking stadium. But it's Ann Arbor now. All right, well, that does it for the college football picks for the first time ever here on Tits. See how this goes, and then we'll probably do some more next week. Fuck it. So let's finally get into week 3 of the NFL. We're going to do a little something different at the end of this. We're going to run through our picks like we normally do, and at the end, each one of us is going to pick a player from the AFC and a player from the NFC that we think will have the most touchdowns on the week. So, just one more thing for me to keep track of. But one more thing for us to do and have fun with. Fuck it. Anyway, first game, we got the New England Patriots traveling to New York to take on the 1-1 Jets. Patriots are also 1-1, by the way. Jets favored by 6.5. Let's see, I gotta remember Smart Man at the bottom. Yep, Smart Wahlberg, start us off.
I don't think the Jets are that good. Give me the Patriots.
We just got dominated by the Bears. The Bears!
Smart probably forgot about that drop, but if he would have known ahead of time, there's no way he would have not picked against New England. True North says, I think that Deshaun Watson will have the most touches, non-football related.
I fucking love you, True North.
Well played, well played.
The most touchdowns or the most rub downs? Matty Icing.
Yeah, I feel like this game will be pretty close. Probably a couple field goals by each team because two good defenses, not so great offenses. Give me Pats.
We just got dominated by the Bears. The Bears!
I want to take New England, but I feel like this is going to be where New Jersey finally breaks out. That's right, I said New Jersey. Jets managed to cover.
You fucking suck!
Indeed. Which brings us to Luke Birch.
New England have been surprisingly competitive. the Jets have been almost as shit as I said they would be.
We just got dominated by the Bears. The Bears.
The Bears.
All right. Chance for me to get an extra point on my own. I like it. I don't like the Jets. I don't like New England, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like this is where the Jets will actually do something right, and New England will come out and show us that they actually do suck. Speaking of, they actually do suck. We got the 1-1 Chicago Bears taking on the 0-2 Indianapolis Colts. Colts favored by 1. Yuck. Mark Wahlberg.
I mean, Colts suck. Bears also suck? Give me the Bears.
Matty Icing.
I will join Spark with the Bears.
Yeah, even with a rookie quarterback, I feel like he's better than what Indianapolis is starting back there at quarterback. I don't care. I don't give a fuck how far he can throw the ball. Plus, Indianapolis has awful fucking defense. So give me the Bears.
Well, you've got to choose between one of the worst offensive lines in the league versus one of the worst defensive lines in the league. Tough. So what? Let's go unanimous.
Unanimous with the Bears.
Fun statistic real quick. DeAndre Swift has faced 8+ defenders in the box on just 8.33% of his runs. 5th lowest rate in the league. He has 48 rushing yards on 24 carries.
Ouch. Well, if there was ever a game for him to turn that around a bit, it's this one.
Oof.
Solid signing for you guys.
Yeah, I love that from day one.
All right, we got the 1-0 Philadelphia Eagles giving up 2.5 as they travel to New Orleans to take on the Who Dat Saints. Who Dat this year for sure. Who the fuck are they? Mark Wahlberg.
What was the spread on that one?
Philadelphia favored by 2.5.
Philadelphia 2.5. I feel like every year I pick the Saints to win their division, and then every year they prove me wrong. I picked the Panthers to win the division this year, and the Saints decided to actually play good for a change. Give me the Saints.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Matty Icing.
Yeah, Philly just hasn't looked that great, so I'll take the Saints.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Yeah, Derek Carr playing out of his fucking mind down there right now. Philadelphia's defense has been lackluster so far. Well, I guess they only played the one game. I'm not sure how it's going tonight, but they're playing Atlanta, so that's not really fair to gauge it off of either. That being said, I'll go with the Saints as well.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Oh, so you've got a choice between a team that is playing incredibly close with the Falcons or a team that took until their 16th offensive possession to finally punt the ball this season. Wow, that is so difficult. And the team that's playing the Falcons are favored? Okay.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
All right, unanimous for the second game in a row. New Orleans looks great this year. It's surprising. 2-0 Houston Texans giving up 3 as they travel to Minnesota to take on the 2-0 Vikings. Also a very fucking surprising team so far this year. Mark Wahlberg.
Where's the game at?
In Minnesota.
Minnesota. I don't want to go Minnesota, but I guess I'll go Minnesota.
Pardon?
He's going Minnesota.
If I wanted to fight loser Vikings, I'd go to Minnesota.
Thank you, medieval Eminem. Matty Icing.
Minnesota looks good, but then you look at it and you're like, oh, wait, they played the Giants, and then Sam Purdy didn't have his dump off Yak touchdown machine to make him look good. And Texans just got roughed up by the Bears. So I feel like they're going to be a little upset. So I would take the Texans.
A bottle of Jack Daniels, please.
Here you go.
Thanks. What's this?
That's your gun. Buy some liquor, get a free gun.
Is that like a special you have on now or something?
Nope. Texas state law.
As Matt just said, Minnesota beat up two pretty piss poor teams, but Houston struggled like a motherfucker against an awful Indianapolis Colts defense, and then had their hands full with Chicago yesterday. Not saying Chicago is as bad, but like Houston's not playing the way they should.
It wasn't their offense that struggled against Indianapolis, it was their defense.
Still, though, like the offense is underperforming like a motherfucker with the roster they have. Something's up in Houston. I'm going to go with Minnesota.
If I wanted to fight loser Vikings, I'd go to Minnesota.
Yeah. So I see the only person making Minnesota even slightly relevant is hurt and is considered day-to-day. Okay, I'll take Houston.
A bottle of Jack Daniels, please.
Here you go.
Thanks. What's this?
That's your gun. Buy some liquor, get a free gun.
Is that like a special you have on now or something?
Nope. Texas state law.
All right. First split decision of the week. Me and Smart picking Minnesota, and that hurts us because, you know, being NFC North fans, we hate Minnesota. But we did it. Smark's so ashamed he left the chat. Gotta wait for him to get back now, because, you know, he's doing the first pick. Hurry up, cry it off. Dry your tears and come back. There he is. All right, 0-2, Denver Broncos traveling to Tampa Bay to take on the 2-0 Baker Mayfields. Buccaneers favored by 7. Mark Wahlberg.
Jeez, by 7. It's kind of a lot. But I think both times I picked the Bucs, they've done me a solid. I think both times I picked the Broncos, they did not give me the Bucs.
Playing a gay pirate, he's a gay pirate. Run a hole in the wall on my knees.
Matty Icing.
Yeah, I will be taking the Buccaneers.
Playing a gay pirate, he's a gay pirate. Run a hole in the wall on my knees.
I fucking love that clip. I don't know why. Yeah, fucking put me on my knees in front of the hole in the wall.
Playing a gay pirate, he's a gay pirate. Run a hole in the wall on my knees.
Both weeks so far, I picked Denver, expecting Bo Nix to finally be the rookie of the year I expected him to be. It has not happened yet, so maybe if I go against Denver, Bo Nix will actually break out. Give me Tampa Bay.
Playing a gay pirate, he's a gay pirate. Run a hole in the wall on my knees.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's been surprisingly good this year. All right. Speaking of surprisingly good, we got. Oh, go ahead.
And the Falcons take the lead over the Eagles. You are fucking frauds.
Falcons would be decent this year. Maybe they still will be. Like New Orleans is showing that they're fucking. Although I expected Philadelphia to be decent too, so it's weird. Either.
I think
That is a good.
See to take on the oh shit.
He's
My
back.
fucking connection went out again. Yeah. All right. As I was trying to say before my fucking connection decided to be stupid, 1-1 Green Bay Packers traveling to Tennessee to take on the 0-2 Titans. Titans favored by 1.5. Mark Wahlberg.
The Malik Willis revenge game. Maybe the Titans actually could, like, you know, maybe they know how to stop the juggernaut that is Malik Willis. So far, Titans are 0-1 against quarterbacks I hate, so they'll probably keep that trend going by letting Green Bay walk all over them, give the Packers.
What? I believed in Jordan Love the whole time. The whole time.
The whole time. Matty Icing.
I'm going to take Tennessee.
Get your tits out. Get your tits out.
Yeah, go ahead and keep them tits put away. I will take the Packers.
What? I believed in Jordan Love the whole time. The whole time.
Our defense has been surprisingly good at forcing turnovers this year, and Will Levis is a fucking idiot.
What? I believed in Jordan Love the whole time. The whole time.
Yeah, Xavier McKinney's going to have a fucking field day. All right, Matt on his own with the tits. Next game, we got the 1-1 concussions. I'm sorry, Dolphins taking on the 2-0 Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 6.5. Smart Wahlberg.
6.5 is kind of a lot. Dolphins are the Dolphins. Give me Seattle.
What does the Hawk say? Win, 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 win.
All right, Matty Icing.
I'm going to join Smart there with the win Seahawks.
What does the Hawk say? Win, 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 win.
I hate this game. Who's fucking playing quarterback for Miami?
They picked up Tyler Hundley today, and it's going to be a battle between Tyler Hundley and Skylar Thompson.
Oh, no, not Tyler Hundley.
Hey, that's a
Pro bowler, but Tyler Hundley.
Kind of left over.
Seattle's fucking... They're 2-0, but they're incompetent at the same time. They'll win the game. Give me Miami to surprise cover this shit.
You gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Gotta give him that concussion too.
It hurts to do this as an AFC East rival. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I think Seattle win the game, but Miami get the cover.
You gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Hawk Tua hit on that thing. All right. Next, we got the 1-1 Detroit Lions giving up 3 as they travel to Arizona to take on the 1-1 Cardinals. Smart Wahlberg.
What was the spread one more time? I'm sorry.
Detroit favored by 3.
Detroit favored by 3. Well, shit. See, I don't know. I'm really conflicted here. But I'll save the dick riding until it's time to choose players. Give me Detroit.
All right, Matty Icing.
I think this game's probably a wash. For some reason, every time Detroit goes to Arizona, it's always a close game. So I'll still take the Lions to pull out the win.
Well, with some shouty corners and a defensive line that's trash outside of one fucking player, I don't know, the defense played decent last week, even though they fucking lost. I still think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to come out and slap some motherfuckers around. Me, Arizona.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
I'm emotionally damaged after last weekend. Luke Birch.
When you've been in the league since 2019 and people are still trying to work out whether you're good or not, that's not typically a good sign. Fuck Kyler Murray.
All right. Puts me on my own with the Cardinals. So I can either be happy with my alone win or happy that Detroit actually won. Watch Detroit fucking lose by... No, wait, no. As long as they... Yeah, so watch Detroit win by 2 and not cover. Wait, then I get the point still. I don't know. They're gonna figure out a way to fuck me some way or another. Don't know how yet, but it's there. Just have to figure out the formula. All right. Next, we got the 1-1 San Francisco 49ers giving up 7. Like, man, they lost like half their players and haven't looked good this year. How could they be giving up 7? Oh, because they're playing the 0-2 Los Angeles Rams. That's how. Mark Wahlberg.
Rams aren't good, but they might. Actually, well, hold on a second. I just fucking realized how much they lost by yesterday. They give me 49ers.
Fag capitals of the world.
Matty Icing.
No Debo, no CMC. Yeah, the Rams got blown out, but I feel like they always play the 49ers close. Give me the Rams.
Damn it. I was hoping maybe I'd get a chance to go on my own again. Because they've burned me so far this year, but I don't have any faith in San Francisco covering a 7-point win. They'll probably win. Just, I don't see it by 7. Give me the Rams. Fucking Kelly Stafford. Hate that bitch.
I think it was a 49er player falling off another one.
Luke.
I probably would have taken the Rams if Puka Nacua wasn't hurt. But with both of them missing a key offensive weapon, kind of evens it out. Give me San Francisco.
Dracula in San Francisco.
You have AIDS. Yes, you have AIDS. Not HIV, but full-blown AIDS. 0-2, Baltimore Ravens. They got some AIDS.
You see that this is not HIV.
Sorry, I wish it was something less serious.
But it's safe. You got the AIDS.
All right. AIDS-ridden Baltimore Ravens giving up 1 as they travel to Dallas to take on the AIDS-ridden fucking Cowboys. Cowboys are 1-1. Mark Wahlberg.
All you've told me is that the Cowboys are 1-1. I need more information.
No, my fucking connection must have cut out again. I said the AIDS-ridden Baltimore Ravens are favored by 1. They travel to Dallas to take on the 1-1 Cowboys.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go Ravens.
Ghastly, grim, and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the nice Plutonian shore.
Quoth the raven.
Eat my short.
All right, Matty Icing.
Yeah, if it was at Baltimore, I'd take Baltimore, but not in Jerry's world. They're going to make sure they get that W.
Yay! I'm finally in Dallas.
Moo.
Oh, I wonder how much it is to get back.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Like, Baltimore should win this game, but they played like ass. Dallas's defense has looked really suspect, though. Man, I hate Lamar Jackson. I hate Dak Prescott. I hate Dallas as a team a little more than Baltimore, though. So give me Baltimore.
Ghastly, grim, and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the nice Plutonian shore.
Quoth the raven.
Eat my short.
I was hoping you were going to just have a run there where you just like we're going to have to like play with the game of like why are these guys all connected? It's like I hate Dak Prescott, I hate Lamar Jackson, I hate Randall Cunningham, I hate Warren Moon. It's like what is it that you're trying to say?
Yeah, I like Warren Moon, but he didn't play for Dallas or Baltimore.
Steve McNair got what he deserved, by the way. It's like, whoa, hey now.
This is Dallas, not Houston.
True.
Eagles took the lead back.
Facts. Shit eaters. Luke Birch.
Underperforming offense with high name talent, underperforming defense with high name talent, completely collapsing special teams unit, and a head coach that should have been out of the league 3 years ago. Which team am I describing?
It's close. I'm gonna lean towards Dallas.
It's both. Who did you say
This
was
John
favored?
Harbaugh won something. Baltimore favored by 1.
Okay, then this is going to be a tie.
Yay! I'm finally in Dallas.
Moo.
Oh, I wonder how much it is to get back.
All right, split decision, which brings us to our final game of the week. We got the 2-0 Kansas City Chiefs getting 4.5 as they travel to Atlanta to take on the 0-1 Falcons, possibly about to be 0-2. Mark Wahlberg.
See, everybody was high on the Falcons because the Falcons have an easy strength of schedule going into the season. If you learned anything from the Bears, sometimes that doesn't always matter. Anyways, give me the Chiefs.
I hit that jalopy with my left hand, I'm like, woo! I'm instantly for all my babies that I miss.
Hi. Matty Icing.
Chiefs just lost their running back, but it's going to be primetime Kirk. Give me the Chiefs.
I hit that jalopy with my left hand, I'm like, woo! I'm instantly for all my babies that I miss.
Yeah, all Kansas City tends to do is win. They also tend to not fucking cover for shit. Give me Atlanta.
Toss to White. He's in. Patriots win the Super Bowl.
And Luke Birch finishes off for the week.
Atlanta are kinda under the radar shit. And I find it hilarious watching Taylor Swift face plant a treadmill.
I hit that jalopy with my left hand, I'm like, woo! I'm instantly for all my babies that I miss.
Damn, I'm on my own 3 times this week. Have a chance to make up some fucking ground on Luke or fall way behind of Smark and Matt even. Gonna be interesting. All right, well, normally this would be like, all right, well, that's everything for the week. Let's get the fuck out of here. But we're going to pick some players to score the most touchdowns this week. Let's start off with an AFC player.
Is it limited to position?
If you pick a quarterback, it's got to be rushing touchdowns. Throwing touchdowns don't count.
Okay.
So, like, if you want to pick fucking Justin Fields, it's got to be rushing touchdowns. Not that he's going to throw any anyway.
I'm sorry I did that to you. For those who don't know what he means by that, she sent out a message and was like, all right, I'm going to select that idea. Pick a player that's not a quarterback that you think is going to throw or score the most touchdowns. Within a minute of you sending that, I wrote back Justin Fields. Just because I was like, oh, that'll piss him off early in the morning. It'll be fun.
No, I actually thought actually that's a good point. You know, like you can pick a quarterback, but it's got to be rushing touchdowns. Let's see, AFC player. This is going to go against what I just picked in the final game, but Atlanta's defense not so hot. Give me Rashee Rice, Kansas City's wide receiver, to score the most touchdowns in the AFC this week. True North says, take Bryce Young for the massive upset. That's most touchdowns, not most time spent on the bench. All right, who wants to go next?
I will go next, and I will take. I don't want to have to do this, but give me Stefan Diggs.
All right. Any volunteers? Should I flip a coin? Daniel Jones, because the Giants can't kick the ball.
I'm between two right now. I'm trying to figure out what one I want to do: receiver or running back.
I'll give you time to stall then, or I'll stall for you so you have more time. I'm going to go with the game that Cheese picked. I'm going to go with the team that Cheese picked. I'm not going to go with the same player that Cheese picked, though. I'm going to go with the soon-to-be husband of the Antichrist. Give me Kelsey for the most touchdowns.
You stupid bitch! You filthy slut!
That's ballsy because Kelsey's been absent this year for the most part.
Yeah, but I mean, Atlanta sucks. It'll be all right.
Figured for sure you were going fucking Xavier Worthy. That's who I was debating on going. All right, Matt, who's it going to be for you?
All right. I was really thinking about going Tank Dell just to throw something out there, but it's going to go against my picks, but whatever. I want to take Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. All right.
Let's go with reverse order for the NFC.
Fair enough. That means, Matt, you get to pick again right now.
Trying to look at NFC teams real quick. Go ahead and give me...
I'm going to say Gibbs.
Oh. I'm drawing a blank.
Brock Wright. Fuck, what can't remember his name? Oh, well, moment's passed.
Forget it. Just go ahead and give me Kenneth Walker.
Oh, it's not a bad one.
And
all right.
Atlanta just scored a touchdown to go up possibly 6 points. Kick pending?
No, they're going for 2.
Oh, they're going for 2. You're a little ahead of me. Oh, I love it too. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson getting beat. Oh, my God. That's the greatest thing. Oh, that's so great. He just got thrown in the ground like a little bitch.
Weird. I thought he was great.
He thinks he is.
Can't stand that motherfucker. All right, Smart, who are you taking in the NFC?
Well, I alluded to it while we were picking the Cardinals-Lions game that I would say the dick riding. And now it's time for the dick riding. Give me Marvin Harrison Jr.
Fuck.
You had to have seen this coming.
I was actually worried. This motherfucker's going to steal my goddamn pick.
Now, to be fair, we did not establish whether or not it was limited to one person per player.
Right, like I could still pick him just because you picked him. It doesn't mean I can't pick him.
I mean,
the
it would
odds
be
are
a total
still
dick
pretty.
move if somebody picked the same NFC and AFC player.
Right. Yeah, I was really going to pick Marvin Harrison Jr., but I'll come up with somebody else because Luke's picking next anyway, so it gives me a minute.
I will take the guy that absolutely ass-fucked Dallas yesterday.
Damn it!
The Alvin Kamara.
Fuck, man. That's hilarious who I just thought of. Oh, I'll take Kamara. Fuck you, Luke, for that. Let's switch order for the NFC. Oh, god damn it. Now I gotta fucking try to sit here and think of somebody else. Yeah. I gotta look over look at the sheet real quick at the games in front of me. Like, who's playing who? The NFC.
I know that's what I was trying to do.
I hear Swift is still available if you want to try.
I'll take Velus Jones. Just kidding. Fuck. All right. Tampa Bay is playing Denver. Denver sucks. Give me what's his name? Goodwin.
Godwin.
Yeah.
I was just about to say if Kenneth Walker is not playing because he was injured, I'm gonna take Mike Evans.
All right.
I'm just going to leave that one up on the screen for a second.
Cheese man, always with the sloppy seconds. I got sloppy thirds on this one. In the back of the line. Back behind Smark and Luke. We were strapping a board across my ass. Oh. See, the dog doesn't like it either. She's upset. All right.
To be fair, we're talking like from a purely strategic standpoint. Us being in front of you is probably a surefire way to guarantee you're going to be saved for whatever it is you might be.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that's it for the week. We did our NCAA picks. We did NFL picks. We got our player picks. We updated all the other bullshit. We've gone almost 2 hours. I think it's time to get the fuck out of here. What do you guys think? Yeah? Okay. All right. Shout out to True North and Craig for hanging out in the chat. Shout out to Bobby Anthem if he's out there listening. We love you, Bobby. Shout out to Scott, even though I didn't see him on here. Shout out to Dirk. Shout out to anybody else who's listening to this back on YouTube. We appreciate it. Subscribe, like, all that fucking stereotypical bullshit you're supposed to spout when you do these things. I said, ruin somebody's day. Play a clip for him. Yeah, Venmo.
Cash App.
Hit me. Yeah, hit me up. I'll give you my PayPal info.
You can sell me.
But until next week, y'all have a good fucking week. Enjoy the games. Tits.